Who is me? You became known as Bernard Canavan. Everything else they said about you was all a fiction. For almost 4 years, your home was a cot. Nobody ever brought their Brownie camera with them to photograph making that crossing to Holyhead. Partly because there was something shameful about having to leave Ireland and being a failure. And so I began to paint them as successes. So I painted lots of pictures of them. I could show the degradation of some of the lodging houses that people lived in, and the loneliness of emigration. I had been in lodging houses like that myself. Normally there were lodging houses immediately after the war, and the landladies would put up lights out 8 o'clock, whole series of diktats. Because all my images are always about the real world. I have a picture over there, it's just bread. The priestess is handing out a tiny wafer of bread, and yet people are getting the boat for bread.
But a lot of Irish women would meet the navvies in the dance halls, and they'd all get,
yes, they would.
That's where they'd meet.
But many men weren't very good at courtship. They didn't. They drank too much.
Yeah.
So they came back from work sometimes with their navvy boots on, and they needed to have a few drinks in order to pluck up enough of courage to ask somebody out for a dance.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of the women might say, "I'll sit this one out."
Yeah, that's right.
Theocracy is a collection of work which addresses, first of all, what art can do. This is an Irishman expressing himself about what happened in his childhood, and I really admire him for doing that. This is the orphan factory, but the big piece here at the end that I want to really talk about is this in the Free State.
That's my earliest memory of St. Patrick's in Dublin when I was 4.
So this is a biographical piece of work.
It's a purely biographical piece of work, and that cot is an example of various pieces from the pictures of my mother, who I never saw again in life, or my father, either my biological father or mother. In a few days, I'm taking you back to your first home, the place of shame, the house of our incarceration. In terms of my life's work, I think this is my most personal conversation, both to my past and the country I was born into.
This is the house of shame, or the house of temporal ill.
Yes.